Staring at the receipts on the floor from a life that doesn't live here anymore. The dinners we shared, the trips to the coast. Now I'm just a host to a memory's ghost. I've got your old sweater and a box of your hair, and a silence so loud it's hard to stay there. They say that the best things in life are all free, but they didn't mention the tax on you and me. They didn't say the interest would climb. Every second I'm stuck in this frozen time. Is a heart standing still? The currency's changed from laughter to tears. I'm counting the cost of the wasted years. I traded my peace for a touch of your hand, building a castle on sinking sand. Now the debt collector is the wind at the door, asking for pieces I don't have anymore. Was the a heart standing still? Everything's gone, but the hurt remains. I'm broken, bound in these chains. It was worth every cent, till it wasn't. The price of love. Staring at the ceiling in the dark of our room, where where the silence is heavy and the shadows all long. I reach for your hand, but I'm grasping at air, just a dent in the pillow to show you we're there. I've got a pulse and I've got a name, but the person I was doesn't feel the same. It's a strange kind of science, a medical feat, to keep on walking with no rhythmic beat. I'm a house with the windows all boarded up tight. I'm a fire that ran out of fuel in the night. The doctor says vitals, the preacher says soul, but they don't see the jagged and bottomless hole, because I'm living with an empty heart tonight. A hollowed out vessel, it's lost all its light. You took every feeling, you packed every spark, and left me to wander alone in the dark. It doesn't hurt anymore, and that is the cry. To be an empty heart, just marking the time. I saw you today, just a blur in the street, and for a split second, the ghost of a beat. Tried to flicker the life, tried to remember the glow before it remembered. You told me to go. Now I'm just a shell of the man that you knew, a before and after that's stuck only you. I'm breathing in oxygen, breathing out gray, watching the colors all bleeding away. Oh, because I'm living with an empty heart tonight. A hollowed out vessel that's lost all its light. You took every feeling, you packed every spark, and left me to wander alone in the dark. It doesn't hurt anymore, and that is the cry. To be an empty heart, just marking the time. Fill it with static, fill it with rain. I trade this nothing for a gallon of pain. At least when it ached, I knew I was real, but there's nothing left in the ribcage to feel. Yeah, I'm living with an empty heart tonight. A hollowed out vessel that's lost all its light. You took every feeling, you packed every spark, and left me to wander alone in the dark. It doesn't hurt anymore, and that is the crime. To be an empty heart, just marking the time. Knock on my chest, it sounds like a drum, waiting for feelings that never will come. Empty, just empty. I check the balance on the life we made, but all the gold has started to fade. I traded my sleep and I traded my peace for a lease on the love that had to cease. Now the house is quiet and the air is spent, and I'm looking at the bill for the time we lived. They say that the best things in life are free, but they never met someone like you and me. There's a hidden tax on every forever, a cost for the always and the all together. Now I'm paying the price of loving you in the hollow of the morning and the midnight blue. It's a debt in my chest that I can't quite clear. Interest paid in every single fallen tear. I gave you my soul as a down payment, babe, but you left me with nothing but the ghost of a grave. Yeah, it's a high cost, a heavy truth. Spent the best of my heart and the best of my youth on the price of loving you. I'm looking at the photos like they're overdue fines, reading the heartbreak between all the lines. I bought into the dream, I bought into the lie that we could stay soaring in a charcoal sky. But the crash was expensive, the wreckage is deep, and these are the secrets I'm forced to keep. If I could go back to the start of the sail, before the ship started to sink and to fail, would I still sign my name on the dotted line, knowing the wreckage would eventually be mine? The tragedy is, I probably would. Now I'm paying the price of loving you in the hollow of the morning and the midnight blue. It's a debt in my chest that I can't quite clear. Interest paid in every single fallen tear. I gave you my soul as a down payment, babe, but you left me with nothing but the ghost of a grave. Yeah, it's a high cost, a heavy truth. Spent the best of my heart and the best of my youth on the price of loving you. Going bankrupt, empty bed, counting the words that can't be unsaid. I'm broke, I'm spent. Every heartbeat was just rent. The price of loving you. The clouds are moving in, heavy and gray, just like the words that we threw away. I'm standing on the corner so, but I don't even care. 'Cause the coldest thing here is the lack of you there. Every drop on my face feels like a stain, a liquid reminder of a broken thing. I'm looking for your umbrella in a sea of black, but the sky isn't giving anything back. And I'm lost in the rain, I'm washed in the blue, just a saturated memory of me and you. The thunder is hiding the sound of my heart as it slowly and quietly pulls itself apart. You're safe and you're dry while I'm going insane. Just another soul getting lost in the rain. I remember the nights we just listened to the roof. Now the rhythm is haunting. It's the final proof that the storm didn't stay on the outside this time. It flooded the hallways and the mountains we'd climb. I'm shivering now, but it's not from the cold. It's the weight of a story that'll never be told. Will the sun ever break through this curtain of water? Or am I just a lamb led to the slaughter? The streetlights are bleeding, the colors are running. I didn't see the downpour coming. And I'm lost in the rain, I'm washed in the blue, just a saturated memory of me and you. The thunder is hiding the sound of my heart as it slowly and quietly pulls itself apart. You're safe and you're dry while I'm going insane. Just another soul getting lost in the rain. Let it wash me away into the drain. With all of the always and all of the pain, just lost in the rain.
The sound of rain continues for a few seconds and stops.
The piano's out of tune and the lights are dim. The whiskey's at the bottom, right up to the rim. There's a comfort in the minor key that's playing low. It's the only place where I'm allowed to let it go. I used to run from the shadows in the hall. Now I'm leaning my weight against the cold hard wall. The world wants a smile, the world wants a dance, but I'm finding my truth in the salt of a fallen tear that the happy songs never let me hear. Oh, there's a beauty in a sad song tonight. It's the only thing that's holding me right. When the joy feels like a lie, I can't tell. These blue notes catch me before I fell. It's the sound of a heart that's finally real. In the ache of the music, I'm starting to feel. I'm tracing the lines where we used to be, in a melody that's finally setting me free. They call it a tragedy, they call it a loss, but look at the gold beneath all the stars. You don't know the light till you've sat in the dark, listening to the embers of a dying spark. It's the crack in the voice, the hesitation, a long distance call with no destination. It's the haunting hum of what might have been, letting the melancholy sink into my skin. Yeah, there's a beauty in a sad song tonight. It's the only thing that's holding me right. When the joy feels like a lie, I can't tell. These blue notes catch me before I fell. It's the sound of a heart that's finally real. In the ache of the music, I'm starting to feel. So let the record spin, let the needle slide. I've got nowhere left to run and hide. Just a beautiful broken melody, keeping company with the ghost of me. Just a sad song, and it's beautiful. I'm cleaning the sugar from the kitchen floor, same way I'm sweeping your ghost out the door. We started like honey, a golden hour glow, but the seasons they shifted and the frost started to show. Now I'm tasting the metal, I'm tasting the rust of a beautiful castle that crumbled to dust. It's the sting of the lemon, the kick of the lime, the way that you wasted my favorite time. I wanna spit it out, but I'm craving the rush of the way that you used to make my spirit blush. It's a bittersweet love, it's a jagged edge high, a beautiful sunset in a poisonous sky. You're the candy I choked on, the salt in the wound, a symphony playing but slightly out of tune. I'm stuck in the middle of the yes and the no, with the bittersweet love that won't let me go. Bittersweet love. The hallway's empty and the lockers are closed. I'm standing in the silence that nobody chose. The sunlight's landing through the dusty glass, watching the ghosts of our memories pass. I'm holding a pen that's run out of ink while I stand on the edge of a heart about to sink. The chalkboard is clean, every word is erased, like the 3 years of magic we're about to waste. I'm checking the clock, but I'm praying it's wrong. I've been dreading this minute for way too long. The hallways are humming with a heavy goodbye, and I'm looking for reasons to not even try. Because this is the final bell, the one we can't ignore. I'm losing the person I was living for. The lesson is over, the credits are through, and the hardest assignment is leaving you. Yeah, the world is waiting, but I'm standing still. In the final period, against my will. We carved our names in the back of the wood, back when we thought that forever was good. Now we're trading our sweaters for different lives, cutting through always with sharp, jagged knives. You're talking about cities I'll never visit, and I'm asking my heart, is this really it? You're packing your car and you're checking the map while I'm falling right into the loneliest gap. Because this is the final bell, the one we can't ignore. I'm losing the person I was living for. The lesson is over, the credits are through, and the hardest assignment is leaving you. Yeah, the world is waiting, but I'm standing still. In the final period, against my will. Don't tell me we'll call, don't tell me we were right. We both know the distance is a losing fight. The ink on the diploma is barely even dry, and it's already staining the way that we cry. The bell is ringing, it's ringing for you. I'm still in the classroom with nothing to do. Grade me on lonely, I'll pass with an A. In this final period, you walk it away. I'm standing in the kitchen where we used to dance, just a ghost in the hallway, a victim of chance. The sunlight is streaming through the window pane, but it doesn't feel warm, it just feels like the rain. I tried to hold on to the us that I knew, but my fingers are weary and slipped away from you. Every I love you and every always are leaking like water through the cracks in the hallways. I'm trying to catch them, I'm trying to stay, but the more that I reach, the more they wash away. Now I'm walking around with a heart full of holes, where the wind whistles through and the bitter cold rolls. I'm trying to patch up the places you tore, but the thread is too thin and I can't take no more. Everything precious just falls through the floor. In this heart full of holes, evermore. I went to the places where we made our mark, but the names on the trees are just scars in the dark. I tried to remember the sound of your laugh, but it's cut into pieces, it's broken in half. I'm a bucket with a leak, I'm a sieve in the tide. There's nowhere for all of this starlight to hide. You think after time that the wounds would just close, that the garden would bloom or the scent of the rose will cover the damage and fill in the gaps, but the structure is shaking and starting to collapse. Yeah, I'm walking around with a heart full of holes, where the wind whistles through and the bitter cold rolls. I'm trying to patch up the places you tore, but the thread is too thin and I can't take no more. Everything precious just falls through the floor. In this heart full of holes, evermore. Drip, drop, it won't ever stop. The empty is heavy, the levee is broken, words left unspoken, just a heart full of holes. I'm still setting the table for two. Then I catch my breath and remember it's through. The space on your side of the bed is a canyon now. I'd fill it with whispers if I only knew how. I'm walking through rooms like a stranger in my own life, cutting through memories sharp as a knife. They say let it go, like it's easy to do, like I'm not half built out of pieces of you. But the gravity's heavy, the anchors are cast in the wreckage of everything we thought would last. All the pain of lost love is a quiet scream, the ghost of a life, the end of a dream. It's the weight in my chest that I can't seem to move. I need a man stuck in a worn-out groove. I'm learning to live with the hollow, the black, and the ache of the heart that's never coming back. I saw your handwriting on a scrap of a note. A lump like a mountain rose up in my throat. Just a grocery list from a Tuesday in June, but it feels like a dirge played out of tune. The future we painted is peeling away, turning to dust in the light of the day. Is there a place where the memories go to die under a different, more merciful sky? Or am I just destined to carry the burn of every forever that took a wrong turn? Yeah, the pain of lost love is a quiet scream, the ghost of a life, the end of a dream. It's the weight in my chest that I can't seem to move. I need a man stuck in a worn-out groove. I'm learning to live with the hollow, the black, and the ache of the heart that's never coming back. It's the silence. The silence is the loudest part, just the slow, steady rhythm of a lost love heart breaking again, breaking again. The rain is a rhythm on the empty side of the bed, repeating the words that we should have said. I'm tracing your shadow on the peeling white paint, a memory of us that's growing too faint. I look for your ghost in the steam of the shower, counting the seconds of every cold hour. The world keeps on turning, the sun's gonna rise. by the park, we carved out our names. Now the wood's overgrown and nothing's the same. The children are playing, the lovers are sweet, while I'm dragging the weight of the world on my feet. How can a person just vanish like smoke, leaving a heart that is charred and is broke? One for the secrets we whispered at night, one for the dreams that didn't take flight, one for the person I used to be, before you took half of the spirit of me. Yeah, these are the tears for the lost, for the never agains, for the warmth of your skin and the way the story ends. I'm crying for the laughter that died in the hole, for the beautiful pieces that had to fall. It's a river of maybe and a sea of goodbye, falling like stars from a shattered sky. Let them fall. Let the song wash the memory clean, for the us that will never be seen. It's just tears for the lost, tears for the lost. I thought the morning we'd scrub the floor clean of the shadows of us and the things that we mean. But the ghost of your coffee is still on the breath of the kitchen that's quiet and mourning a death. I changed all the sheets and I scrubbed at the walls, but I still hear your heartbeat in the back of the halls. They say that a wound is supposed to turn red, then fade to a scar, like the words that we said. But mine is still open, it's raw and it's deep, and it wakes me up shaking from a hollowed out sleep. It's a lingering pain, like a slow burning fire, a wire that's frayed on a broken down flyer. You're gone from the room, but you're stuck in the air. I'm reaching for nothing and finding you there. It's the way it matters when I try felt that old familiar pull of the tide. I'm a house with a haunting, a book with no end, trying to find where the lover turned back into friend. Is it ever gonna dull? Is it ever gonna stop? Or am I just a mountain that's waiting to drop? I'm carrying the maybe and the should have been underneath the surface, underneath the skin. It's in the breeze. It's in the way that I fall to my knees. Still hurting, still here, waiting for the smoke to finally clear. Lingering pain. You checked your watch and grabbed your keys, a casual drift of the summer breeze. You said, I think I need some space to breathe. As if you weren't planning to ever leave. It took 10 seconds to walk out the door, to say you don't feel it, not anymore. A sentence, a shrug, and a click of the lock, while I'm left here staring at a frozen clock. You made it look easy, you made it look fast, like we were a shadow that finally passed. But the air you left is heavy as lead, and I can't get your goodbye out of my head. It was a short goodbye, just a moment or two, but it's a long grief, waking up without you. the sun's gone down and it won't come up. I'm replaying the tape of that final minute, searching for mercy that wasn't in it. How does a decade dissolve in a breath? How does a later feel like a death? You're already miles past the county line, while I'm still stuck in your I'll be fine. I'm sitting in a kitchen that isn't quite mine, drinking the tea, but I'm crossing a line. In my head I'm back where the floorboards will creak, where the morning light kissed every word that we'd speak. Now the walls are too wide and the ceiling's too high, and I'm just a guest underneath a new sky. It's not about windows, it's not about doors, it's about how my heartbeat felt safe next to yours. Now I'm a traveler with no place to land, just a handful of dust and a ring on my hand. I'm longing for home, but home was a person, and every mile further the hollow just worsens. I'm looking for porches and welcome back signs, but I'm stuck in the static of these lonely lines. You were my shelter, my hearth and my light. Now I'm just longing for home in the middle of night. I passed by the park where we carved out our names, but the wood has grown over and nothing's the same. The smell of the rain used to mean we'd stay in, wrapped in the blankets, skin against skin. Now the rain is just cold and the street lights are blurred, and home is a language I've never quite heard. but the lock has been changed. Every familiar thing feels so rearranged. I'm walking the hallways of memories we kept in the very same spots where we laughed and we slept. I'm longing for home, but home was a person, and every mile further, the hollow just worsens. I'm looking for porches and welcome back signs, but I'm stuck in the static of these lonely lines. You were my shelter, my hearth and my light. Now I'm just longing for home in the middle of night. Just a house now. Longing for home. Just a heart now. I'm just longing for home. I'll watch the shadows crawl across the floor, tracing the space where you don't stand no more. The silence is loud, it's a ringing in my ears, a symphony written in all of these years. I reached for the lamp, but I pulled back my head, 'cause the light only shows me exactly where I stand. The moon is a witness to the secrets I keep, to the promises broken while the rest of them sleep. I'm a king on a throne, made of static and dust, in a kingdom of maybe. And who can I trust? Oh, these lonely nights are a mountain to climb, where the air is too thin and I'm running out of time. I'm talking to walls and I'm haunting the halls, waiting for a phone call that never quite falls. The stars are just glass on a velvet black sea, and they're shining for everyone, baby, but me. I'm just a ghost in the lonely nights. I left the TV on to mimic a voice, but the flicker and hum only highlight the choice that you made when you left without saying goodbye, leaving a hole in the middle of the sky. I'm checking the logs and I'm checking the time, like being alone is some kind of a crime. If the sun would just rise, I could pretend I'm okay. I could hide in the noise of a busy work day, but the 3 a.m. truth is a jagged old blade, cutting through every last plan. the sheets. The echo of footsteps on emptying streets. Wait for the dawn, but the dark is so lonely nights. Where do I belong? I found the card you left on the shelf next to the books I haven't read myself. The ink is faded, the promise is old, like a story we started but never quite told. I forgot to check in, I forgot to stay true. I was busy with me while I was losing you. Now the calendar's turned and the seasons have fled, leaving me here with the things left unsaid. I didn't pay attention to the warning signs. I was reading the fine print, missing the lines. Now the bill's on the table and it's way past the date. And I'm sorry is a currency that's just a bit too late. Now I'm paying late fees on love every day, every night, for the times I was wrong when I had to be right. The interest is building in the shape of these tears for the moments I wasted and turned into years. I can't afford the cost of the heart that I broke. I'm just paying the price for the words I never spoke. There's a penalty now for the calls I didn't make, for the hand that I didn't reach out for and take. You've closed out the account, you've moved to the city, and I'm stuck in this town with a suitcase of pity. Every memory's a charge that I can't settle down in this empty apartment, in this hollowed out town. The debt is too heavy, the balance is high, and I'm bankrupt of reasons to even try. Now I'm paying late fees on love every day, every night, for the times I was wrong when I had to be right. The interest is building in the shape of these tears for the moments I wasted and turned into years. I can't afford the cost of the heart that I broke. I'm just paying the price for the words I never spoke. If I could go back to the start of the loan, before I turned ours into all on my own, I'd pay every second, I'd invest every breath, instead of this silence that's scaring me to death. clock ticking or a heavy footstep. Yeah, I'm paying late fees on love every day, every night, for the times I was wrong when I had to be right. The interest is building in the shape of these tears, for the moments I wasted and turned into years. I can't afford the cost of the heart that I broke. I'm just paying the price for the words I never spoke. Overdue, I'm so overdue. The cost of the living without any you. Just late fees on a love that was free. The piano is dusty, the bench is too wide. Since you took the music and locked it inside, I'm humming a melody lost in the throat, searching for meaning in one broken note. The curtains are drawn like a shroud on the day, while the colors of us simply flicker to gray. It's a dull kind of ache, not a sharp kind of sting, like a bird with a wire wrapped round its wing. I'm trying to fly, but the gravity's changed in a world where our future was just rearranged. This is the heart's lament, a Listen close. Can you hear the beat? Tired and heavy at night in defeat. It's a long way down to the bottom of the way. The heart's lament under a harsh spell. Under a hollow sky. The coffee's cold, the house is still. I'm leaning on the windowsill, watching shadows stretch across the floor, tracing steps to where we stood before. The clock is ticking, but the time is stuck. I'm digging through this pile of broken luck. Every corner holds a ghost of us, turning all our gold to settle dust. I used to fear the coming of the night, back when you were my only source of light. But now the sun is just a hollow lie, because the brightest part of me said goodbye. They say the dawn is always coming soon, but I'm still howling at a lonely moon. The stars have flickered out one by one since I became the man you chose to shine. I don't need the morning to break through, because my darkest hour is losing you. I see your coat still hanging by the door, a silent promise you don't keep no more. I reach across the sheets to feel your heat, but I'm just tangled in a cold defeat. I whisper to the walls to hear your name, but silence is the only thing that came. It's funny how the silence gets so loud when you're just a face within a crowd. They say the dawn is always coming soon, but I'm still howling at a lonely moon. The stars have flickered out one by one since I became the man you chose to shine. I don't need the morning but it's the last thing you touched before you left. Now this house is a hollow, aching chest. I still reach for your hand in the middle of the night. Then the silence hits like a losing fight. They say that time is a healer's hand, but they don't see the way I stand, fragile as glass on a concrete floor, waiting for a knock on a locked up door. Now I'm drowning in the tears of a broken heart, watching every promise just fall apart. You're a ghost in the hallway, a sting in the rain, a beautiful memory wrapped up in pain. I'm trying to breathe, but the air is too thin. Since the day you left, the saw your coat in the back of the car, and it felt like a blade through a fresh cut scar. Funny how sin can bring it all back. The world turns gray and the sky turns black. I'm memorizing shadows where you used to be, while you're out there forgetting me. Was it easy to turn? Was it easy to go? Did you leave all the I love yous out in the snow? I'm holding the pieces, but the edges are sharp, playing a dirge on a shattered harp. Yeah, I'm drowning in the tears of a broken heart, watching every promise just fall apart. You're a ghost in the hallway, a sting in the rain, a beautiful memory wrapped up in pain. I'm trying to breathe, but the air is too thin. Since the day you left, the goodbye. The rain on the window, it sounds like your name, but nothing's the same. No, nothing's the same. Just these tears, just these tears. I'm walking through the hallway where the floorboards know your name. Every shadow on the wallpaper looks exactly like the same. I try to turn the music up to drown the quiet out, but the silence is a thunder that I can't live without. I reach for the door handle, then I realize you're not there. Just a cold sensation of the empty winter air. It's like a radio to the things I miss the most. Can you hear them too in the middle of the night? Do they wake you up before the morning light? Or did you find a way to make the voices go quiet while I'm still here living in this memory riot? And I'm haunted by the whispers of the past, the I love yous that we thought were gonna last. They're echoing in corners, they're hidden in the sheets, like a ghost that I keep meeting on these lonely city streets. Soft as a feather, but heavy as a stone. The whispers of the past won't leave me alone. Did you say my name? Or was it just the wind? I'm looking for a place where we can begin, but all I hear is the whisper of us. The whisper of us. The whisper of us. I saw the photo, the one from last night. You're glowing again in that neon blue light, and there's someone beside you, a hand on your waist, in the very same spot that I've been replaced. You're laughing at jokes I've never heard told, while I'm in the dark out here in the cold. It's funny how fast the forever can end, how quickly a lover becomes just a friend. But I'm looking at how you're leaning in close, and it's the silence between us that hurts the most. So tell me, how is your new best friend? Do they know how you look when the movie ends? Do they know that you cry at the start of the spring? Or the way that you dance to that one stupid thing? I'm happy you're happy, at least that's the line. While I'm watching my replacement wave me goodbye, I'm just the chapter that you had to end to make all this room for your new best friend. Do they keep the passenger seat pushed way back? Do they know all the parts of your heart that are cracked? I bet they don't know about the ghosts in your sleep, or the secrets you promised you'd ask me to keep. It's a strange kind of torture, a beautiful sting, to see you find joy in a different ring. I used to be the one you'd call the safe Tell